Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this is a journey of investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategic or compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades, we do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video, we're going to be looking at MMTLP and I'm going to be asking a question: are large investors being offered $100 per share by Fidelity for their MMTLP shares? So stay tuned for that. We're also going to be looking at ticker symbol NWBO, where the cost to borrow has increased to 100%, and also looking at the future potential for the stock, especially with regard to the catalyst. So before we get started, let's have a look at what's happening in the markets. So first headline here from Yahoo Finance: stocks look to shake off the Fed rate worries and the stock market news today. So I think the overall market is a little bit mixed today. But what we can see here from Fox Business is that high interest rates could be the new reality for Americans, certainly for the time being, and the era of cheap debt is gone as the Fed signals higher for longer rate outlook. So we are not expecting interest rate increases to happen by the end of 2023, and possibly we may be getting some reduction next year, but for now they will probably remain where they are, and hopefully reductions next year. So in other news with regard to the SEC, we could also see here, just headline a few minutes ago: SEC intensifies probe into Wall Street's private messaging apps, collects thousands of messages from investment firms. So hopefully the SEC are going after the nefarious actors, and we can see here this crackdown so far has resulted in over $2 billion in fines according to the SEC. But I certainly think one thing we looked in the previous video is some of the significant actors are being fined less than 0.04% of profit, especially for the rule breaking that we saw that continued over 5 years. So certainly it doesn't seem to be significant deterrence, but now they are saying they're looking at aiming at record keeping rules and trying to focus on them. As well as that, they're going to be demanding access to personal devices, including WhatsApp messages. So actions like these I think are long overdue. Let's start by having a look at MMTLP. So in terms of this week, I'm sure you all know that this was a huge week for MMTLP, and the significant day is Wednesday, where there is the Congress hearing, and as far as I'm aware, I have been informed that MMTLP is on the agenda. So we will be watching that carefully and hoping for some positive outcomes. So a shout out here to Hollywood Henry again, who's offering a quick reminder that the letters will be arriving today or tomorrow. So we're talking Monday and Tuesday before the big Wednesday meeting, just in time for Wednesday's meeting. And when you're making your calls, again, important reminder to bring to attention the documents that were delivered and share your personal story during your conversation to hold them accountable. So you can make a significant impact. So don't hesitate to pick up the phone call and reach out to your local member and make your voice heard. So let's get to the news with regard to Fidelity and the $100 plus offer. So shout out here to Ham, who actually shared this information, and what he posted a few minutes ago, he stated here: Fidelity is reaching out to big holders in MMTLP, offering them north of $100. Just got a call on this. The game is coming to the end fast. That's according to Ham. Again, one thing to bear in mind that this is unconfirmed. He's not shared the source. So it is a case of we do await confirmation. So he has followed up by saying, first of all, just to clarify, he doesn't own MMTLP, so he has no interest in it. Obviously, it doesn't trade right now. We know that. Why would anyone make this up? So he has no reason to lie. And number four, he has to be from a big player who has gotten the call. So I have reached out to William. So if I do hear anything, I will let you know. But in terms of many of you might be stating that, well, not much substance to this rumor, but what I can add on now is John Berder has replied, and he stated himself heard similar rumors but cannot verify as I am not in Fidelity. So if you are in Fidelity, you can certainly reach out. I am aware that a number of prominent holders in the MMTL community have reached out to Fidelity, but they have not had confirmation of this So let's see how this develops, and hopefully positive. And finally, I'd like to finish off by having a look at ticker symbol NWBO. This is a stock that has been featured in a number of recent videos, so it was also a stock that we have called out in this week's weekly watch list and shared exclusively with the Discord members prior to trading today. So before we look at NWBO, I'm also going to share some of the other stocks that we called out this week. Ticker symbol NOGN, SMMT, IHT, TKNO, amongst a number of others. So if we have a quick look at how each one is doing, I can see currently at the time of editing, NOGN is up 6.3%, SMMT is up 3.2% right now at time of editing, IHT is up close to 15%, so congratulations to everybody who got in on that, and TKNO is up in excess of 4.75%. So let's move on to ticker symbol NWBO. So we can see here at time of editing it's up in excess of 4%, and it's currently trading at $1.06. So if we have a look at the chart here, we can see over the previous month it's up in excess of 112%. So a good call there for this week. But the other interesting thing with regard to NWBO is the short borrow fees. In the previous video, you'll remember that I called it out at 44.5%, and you'll see that here right now, 25th of September, it's more than doubled. Very close to tripling, and we're currently on a borrow rate of 115.68%, so certainly much more expensive for the shorts to borrow. And let me share with you another key date that we looked at in one of the earlier videos. So a headline here on the left from Northwest Biotherapeutics: the company anticipates submitting the MAA in approximately the next 30 to 45 days. So shout out here to My Den Dream, who's posted here. We're looking at approximately 30th of October, beyond the 45 days. 27 days is within 30 to 45 days. So we're hopefully very, very close to this positive news being shared. And the other thing I'd like to give a shout out here is to Bio99, who's also stated tomorrow begins a new week and new chapter for NWO. It enters a week as one of the most loved and hated biotechs of all time. Many do not realize the extent to which it has been written and read about. Consider that on Investor Hub it has consistently not only been the #1 most read stock symbol, but also quite often over this weekend has had the most post reads in excess of 1.3 million. In the previous 24 hours, we're looking at 2 to 6 combined, and also 1.285 million combined, and that is the extent to which this stock has been suppressed like a dormant and awakening volcano. So we can see here it is breaking through the $1. It's up over 100% on the month. It believes it will not be dormant for long. Finally, to finish off, shout out here to Tommy Bax, who's also reminding everybody to have a look at the list of catalysts on Reddit. So there's a link there, so go and have a look at that. In excess of 30 reasons to invest in NWBO, and he's talked about the short borrowing rate, 84%. It's actually over 100 right now, and he's saying 100,000 shares free to short, bullish technical analysis, market makers on the rope, sentiment certainly positive, new posters are going up, watch accounts going up, and we're going to see a huge amount of FOMO in this. So again, high risk, high reward stock, trade with care, ticker symbol NWBO. So if you'd like to get more analysis and calls such as NWBO, you can certainly join us. Details are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.